Ever wondered why most cats fear water and yet some can learn to love it? It's an intriguing paradox that has puzzled many a cat owner and animal lover alike. Cats, by nature, are creatures of comfort and habit. Their aversion to water can be traced back to their wild ancestors who thrived in dry, arid climates, thus making them unaccustomed to water. However, this isn't a hard and fast rule. Some cats, whether through necessity, curiosity, or gradual exposure, can develop a fondness for water. They might even enjoy splashing about in a shallow pool, or playing with a dripping faucet. This journey from aversion to enjoyment is not an overnight process, but a gradual transformation that involves understanding, patience, and a few tricks up your sleeve. Intrigued to learn more about this feline water paradox and how you can help your furry friend embrace the water? Stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating world of cats and water. Why do cats fear water? Let's explore their evolutionary background and sensory experiences. Have you ever noticed how most cats seem to have an innate aversion to water? Unlike dogs, who often seem to revel in splashing about, cats are typically a tad more cautious. But why is this the case? Let's delve into the fascinating world of felines and their relationship with water. Cats are descendants of desert-dwelling animals. Their ancestors lived in arid regions where water was scarce. So their bodies evolved to be extremely efficient at retaining water. This meant that they rarely needed to bathe or swim. Over generations, this trait has been passed down, making most cats today prefer to stay dry. But it isn't just about evolution. Our feline friends are also very sensory creatures. They have an acute sense of touch, thanks to their thick fur and sensitive skin. When this fur gets wet, it feels heavier on their bodies, which can be uncomfortable. Imagine wearing a heavy soaked coat. Not the most pleasant feeling, right? Furthermore, cats have a heightened sense of smell. They can detect chemicals and scents in water that we humans can't. This means that the smell of tap water, which we might find neutral or even refreshing, could be off-putting to our feline companions. Lastly, let's not forget about temperature. Cats prefer their environment to be warm and cozy. When they come into contact with water, especially if it's cold, it can be quite a shock to their system. So, what does this all mean for you and your feline friend? Well, understanding your cat's natural instincts towards water is crucial. It helps you empathize with their fear or hesitance and guides you in introducing them to water experiences gradually and respectfully. Understanding your cat's natural instincts towards water is the first step in helping them overcome their fear. And remember, every cat is unique. Some may never grow to love water, and that's perfectly okay. But with patience and understanding, you might just be able to turn bath time into a fun and enriching experience for your cat. Now that we understand why cats fear water, how can we help them overcome this fear? Well, that's where the gradual introduction method comes into play. This method is all about taking things slow and steady, respecting your cat's pace and comfort levels. Let's break it down into a few easy steps. First, we start by placing bowls of water around your home. This gives your feline friend the chance to explore water in a non-threatening way. They can sniff it, paw at it, or simply just observe it from a distance. There's no pressure here, just curiosity. Next, we want to introduce the sensation of wetness. This can be done by gradually introducing damp toys or cloths into your cat's environment. It's a bit like dipping their toes in, metaphorically speaking. This step helps them get used to the feeling of being wet, without the associated fear of being submerged in water. Once your cat is comfortable with damp toys or cloths, we can then move on to shallow baths. Now, this doesn't mean filling up the bathtub and dunking your cat in. No, we're talking about just enough water to cover their paws. During this stage, it's important to use gentle, reassuring strokes to comfort them. This helps to build positive associations with water and bath time. Finally, if your cat shows readiness, you can introduce swimming in a safe, controlled environment. This could be a small kiddie pool or even your bathtub, filled with just enough water for them to swim. Always supervise these swimming sessions to ensure your cat's safety. As we guide our cats through these steps, it's crucial to pay attention to their body language. If they show signs of stress or fear, such as flattened ears, dilated pupils, or a puffed-up tail, it's time to take a step back and give them some space. Remember, this is a gradual process. There's no rush, and let's not forget, every cat is unique. What works for one might not work for another. Some cats may take to water like a duck, while others may need more time to adjust. And that's perfectly okay. The most important thing is to ensure your cat feels safe and comfortable at all times. In the end, the gradual introduction method is about more than just getting your cat to tolerate water. It's about building trust, fostering a positive relationship with water, and maybe, just maybe, turning bath time into a fun and enjoyable experience for your feline friend. Just like us, every cat is unique. Some may take more time, and that's perfectly okay. Patience is key. So remember, when it comes to introducing your cat to water and swimming, slow and steady wins the race. While introducing your cat to water, safety should always come first. Let's dive into some important safety tips to keep in mind during this process. First and foremost, never, under any circumstances, force your cat into water. This could lead to a traumatic experience, causing a deeper fear of water, and potentially damaging your bond with your cat. Instead, let your cat explore water at their own pace and comfort level. Secondly, always use warm water. Cats have a higher body temperature than humans, and they are very sensitive to cold. Warm water is more inviting and comfortable for them, making the experience more pleasant. But remember, it should be warm, not hot. Always test the water temperature with your elbow or wrist to ensure it's just right. Next, make sure your cat always has an easy exit route from the water. This could be a ramp in a tub or pool, or simply an open side in a shallow container. Cats need to feel secure and in control of their environment. Knowing they can leave the water at any time will help reduce their anxiety. Use a non-slip surface wherever you're introducing your cat to water. This could be a rubber mat in a tub or non-slip stickers in a pool. Cats dislike slipping or sliding, so a secure footing will make them more confident. Remember to always supervise your cat around water, especially during the initial stages of introduction. Even if your cat becomes comfortable in water, they're not natural swimmers and could easily panic or tire. And lastly, be patient. Every cat is unique, and their comfort with water will vary. Don't rush the process. Celebrate small victories like your cat willingly stepping into a shallow tub and gradually build from there. Remember, your cat's comfort and safety are paramount during this process. With patience, understanding, and these safety tips, you can help your feline friend learn to not just tolerate, but enjoy water. So let's dive in, shall we? Let's hear from some proud cat parents who successfully introduced their cats to water. First, we have Molly from Michigan, who shares her story of her cat, Whiskers. Molly explains that Whiskers had an aversion to water since kittenhood, but using the gradual introduction method, she was able to change the tide. She started with water bowls, moved on to damp toys, and eventually graduated to shallow baths. Now, Whiskers not only tolerates water, but seems to truly enjoy his bath time. Next we have Jack from Jacksonville, who talks about his cat, Paws. Jack tells us that Paws was initially terrified of water, but with patience and gentle reassurance, Paws began to accept, and even look forward to, water play. Jack emphasizes the importance of never forcing a cat into water and always ensuring an easy exit route. Finally, we hear from Lisa in Los Angeles about her cat, Fluffy. Lisa shares that Fluffy used to avoid water at all costs, but now enjoys swimming in their home pool. Lisa attributes this success to understanding and respecting Fluffy's initial fear, and gradually guiding her to change her perception of water. These success stories show that with the right approach, it's possible to change your cat's perception of water. Remember, the key is patience, understanding, and gentle guidance. So, are you ready to embark on this water adventure with your feline friend? We've seen how with understanding, patience, and the right techniques, cats can learn to enjoy water. From their natural aversion rooted in evolution, to the gradual introduction method, safety tips, and heartwarming success stories, we've covered a lot of ground. Remember, every cat is unique. What works for one might not work for another. Transform your cat's water fear into a water adventure. The key is to understand, respect, and gently guide them through this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.